So, very good evening to everybody, and welcome along to the live stream. Hopefully, we're not going to have as much lag tonight as what we did on the last one, and it's a very quick show tonight. Lots to do this week, lots of ride outs to do, and lots of things to try and cover as much as we can. Good evening, Rory. Good to see you in the stream. And so we're just going to go through as much as we can tonight. Try and get through literally everything in about 30 minutes tonight. I may stay on a little bit longer, but if you do want to obviously hang around or leave your comments in the side chat, there is a StreamYard link up there if you want to come and join us in the show. You're very welcome to do so. And obviously, just to cover a few things that have been happening on some of the Facebook pages. So we'll start off with the Facebook, and then we'll just see where we get on from there. I've got people lining up left, right, and centre at the moment. Say hi to Howie. Just quick things. We'll introduce some members in, and then we'll just see sort of how it is around the world. I've been sort of chatting about these guys. I've done I think about 5 or 6 videos now. It's the man himself. I'm going to get this guy into the room. Otherwise known as Hellbelly, Hell's on 2 wheels. Welcome. Good to see you.
What's up, Bobby?
Yeah, good. I've noticed you've done some damn miles, haven't you? Cranked up some miles this year.
Yeah, we've done a lot of miles this year, and because of that, we started a show with the followers that we call the Weekend Hangover. And our plan is to cover stuff that we can do to help people that do long trips like we do, and just go from there.
It was, yeah. I've been sort of following your stream, just sort of seeing how you've been progressing. And Jesus Christ, everyone's saying me, God, that man's cranking up some miles with his wife. And I went, yeah. I said, but have you noticed how good his wife is at riding? And obviously he's lad and that. And he was like, yeah. He said, Jesus Christ. I said, considering sort of English people, you say to them, oh, I've got to do a 200-mile journey. They're like, oh God, they're sweating buckets about it. Whereas you guys, you can, 1,000 miles is nothing to you. A 200-mile trip is a trip to the corner shop.
Yeah, the most we've ever done in a 24-hour span is 1,400 miles.
Jesus, that is an immense amount of mileage. Just a couple of things. How is your fuel situation in America?
Prices going up. We've only had a couple of fuel shortages because of supply, but other than that, the supply side hasn't been bad. But man, the price situation is just getting out of control.
See, over here we've got our standard, what we call it, super unleaded, which is your E5, your 97 octane, and they've just brought a new fuel onto the market. It's been hanging around for a few months. It's now called E10, so it's a shed load more ethanol in it, but it's a 95 grade. It's just basically they're just trying to sort of weaken it down, and we've had so many people saying, "Oh, I've put this new fuel in my bike, and the bike's packed up," and obviously, we've had sort of quite a few of the Harley riders said to us, we just use any fuel. Our bike just keeps going and going and going, and it's just a fact. It's like people said, why is it affecting my bike? One, it's a 125. Secondly, it's a Chinese bike. Harley's big bikes all run on absolutely anything because of the fuel injection system. But, you go down to a little tiny small Chinese 50 or a 125. The injectors on those are so small. Yes, the slightest difference in fuel is going to affect them big time. But everyone's like, yeah, well, simple reason, go out and buy a big bike or buy a Harley.
Well, that's the problem I'm running, because I run big cubic inch Harleys. And the quality or the grade of the fuel we've been getting has been horrible. Like to the point that I've had to retune my bike to be able to burn what I've been getting. And the weird thing is, the farther on the west side of the United States you get, the worse the fuel quality gets.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I mean, you'd be lucky to find anything over 90 octane over here.
Because most of our stuff over here, 95 is sort of the cheap fuel. Yeah. That works out around about, I think it's about 130, 140 a litre. So it's probably around about 190 in dollars. But our premium fuel over here has gone through the roof. So they're charging anything from sort of, 180 up to nearly 190 a litre for it. and you start sort of working it out what it is per gallon. That's a horrendous amount of money we're paying for fuel.
Yeah, I know. We're still between $5 and $8 for the premium over here.
So it's an absolute nightmare. But we're getting a lot of people sort of said to us, there's a lot of people sort of taking not sort of having a dig or sort of taking the mick or pointing the finger at junior riders and saying, oh, I ride a BMW adventure bike, or I ride a Honda, or I ride a Kawasaki. And the thing obviously in the UK is we call it the biker nod. So you see another biker, you give him the nod, or you give him the thumbs up, or I tend to sort of do the hand out to the side, give him the peace sign. Evening, Simon. And obviously Simon has just popped in the room. He's got same bike as I've got. He's got the Concourse version, the Concourse 1400. And we were chatting about, why flashy bikers with their BMWs don't sort of give the nod to sort of smaller CC riders. We nod everybody. And at the end of the day, we all started, on a 50cc or a 125. We all had to start somewhere. But it's just the biking fraternity in the UK is getting very snobby, where sort of the big bike riders look sort of down their nose at sort of smaller CC riders and don't give them the nod. Did you get that over there?
It's more of a brand specific. We got that problem here, but it's brand specific. Metric bikes versus standard bikes type of thing. And the other thing I've been seeing is club to independence. Like, I'll give a little salute to a club member, and they'll just fucking look at me. I'm like, dude, we're both out here doing the same thing. Why does it matter?
Exactly. Yeah.
And the same thing with this has been said to me. We've been out, here I come ripping on by on a Harley, and I'm just like waving at everybody going by. And we get there like, dude, you're the first person we ever seen that, with waves that rides a big bike like that. I'm like, dude, we're all enjoying the same thing. Why does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's sort of the snobbery between you. Sort of Rory's picked up a really good one there. I'm just going to drop that up in the chat. So he rides sort of the small 50cc geared bikes. Most people nod to me. They've got fairings, so they look bigger than they are. Yeah, and obviously Howie's good point. If it moves, nod at it. Very, very, very good, thing. Everybody nods at someone on two wheels, but you do get those that have sort of, the directors of companies that decided they want to become they've had their senior moment or their second childhood and want to sort of buy a bike, and then they'll go out and spend sort of £20,000 on a BMW adventure bike, but then don't give anybody the nod. It's like, I'm out here riding my bike. Just look at how much my bikes were. And obviously Bikes, Beards and Brews, he did a really good roast this week. You go out and spend sort of £30,000 or dollars on a bike, and then you'll go out and put the cheapest set of pegs, or you'll go and look for the cheapest gear possible that you can sort of slap on your bike. If you're going to spend the money on a bike, at least spend the money on the parts. Don't go and put on crap.
Yeah, we call those rubs, rich urban bikers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like they midlife, like you're talking about, midlife crisis, and they can afford it. And it's like once they put the gear on, they get on their bike, and all of a sudden they become a badass biker, and they're not going to do it. They're going to try to portray a part that they've seen on TV or movies or something. When the community's not like that, like we all have fun and enjoy, and you know what I mean. It just it rubs me the wrong way. Like don't be a snob about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because we had Simon GTR 1400, who rides the same bike as me. He might appreciate this, because I said to him, my front wheel feels very, very sort of twitchy on the bike, and he said to me, just remember 42, which is your tire pressures. And I said that works out perfectly, because I've been running 38 in the front and 40 in the back, and obviously since I've put the 42 in it works great. The bike handles a lot better. The Pirelli tires, it sits on there great. But there was a post on one of the pages the other day, and the guy said, I've had this bike a year, and he said, I still can't get the tire pressures right. What's the tire pressures for a Kawasaki ZZR, which is basically the sports version of the Tourer? And someone said, well, have you looked in the manual? No, I've never read the manual in my life. Oh, okay. Have you sort of checked online? Have you Googled it? No. Well, the tire pressure's 42, 42. And he went, oh, great. How do I do it? Do I just put the air in it and fill the tire up? I'm like, you really have never put a tire gauge on your bike and inflated it? And one of the guys in the room actually come back with a really good suggestion. He said, what you need to do is completely deflate the tire so there's no air in it. Put the valve at the bottom, put 21 psi in it, and then rotate the tire to the top so the valve is at the top of the tire, and put another 21 in it, and you'll get an even spread of air around the wheel.
Oh my gosh! Hey, do you guys with the bikes and the metric bikes you guys over there, do any of them putting like nitrogen in them?
I know some people are using nitrogen in their tires. Yeah, I've not tried it myself personally, but I know there is people that have actually gone to put nitrogen in their tires. So it's
Harley. The reason I asked is Harley's starting to do that.
It's meant to sort of obviously keep it going between the summer and the winter, so you haven't got change out summer for winter wear.
No, you know why? It's because you don't have as much the pressure differential because it don't expand and
exactly
like regular air. But the reason I say it is because my wife's bike has nitrogen in it, and another guy we were ran into. He's like, I think my tires are going to put some air. And I looked, and it had the green valve cap on it. I was like, you might want to go to a dealer to get that done. He's like, why? It's like, because that's not air in those tires right now. That's like either that or completely deflate it and fill it back up. But
exactly.
I wouldn't put air in it right now.
I've got a quick question for you, buddy. Is Glenn's asked, what's the electric motorbike market like out in the USA?
Hit and miss. The live wire they had good intentions, but I don't think the fanatics are on board with it. It's kind of like when the V-Rod came out in the U.S. market. You know, everybody was against it. It took years and years and years for people to come around to it. But I rode one, dude. They're a blast to ride.
Yeah, well, one of our guys. Because obviously he's quite a big moto vlogger in our local town in Milton Keynes, and his girlfriend actually came in to buy one of our Chinese bikes, Lexmoto LXS. He loves it. He took it out for a ride, absolutely loved it. He said to me, he's like, perfect setup and that. Oh, great, glad you're enjoying it. And he rides a Triumph Sprint. He's always been a Triumph guy and never had anything else. And he went to his local Harley dealership and actually took out one of these big Dynaglides. And I said to him, what's it like? Is it like driving a tank? He said, once you get that weight under control, he said, I can't believe how comfortable it is. He said, it's literally like sitting in your armchair or your sofa at home and just riding. He said, but the comfort, absolutely everything. He said, but the only thing that put him off was obviously the £25,000 price tag on it. He said, but if he had the money, he said, I would dump Triumph in a second and buy that Harley because he had such a good time on it.
Yep. I don't know. I like the Triumphs. I enjoy riding them. I'm not a brand snob. Like if it runs good, it rides good, I like it.
I'm going to bring someone else into the room. So the man is obviously my ride partner normally on a Sunday. It's the man himself, Simon GTR. Evening, Simon. Tell us a bit about yourself and tell everybody in the show who you are.
Well, yeah. Okay. A little bit about myself. Name's Simon. Ride a Kawasaki GTR 1400 or Concourse 1400. Been riding since 1985. Work every day as a postman. And motovlog. Basically just for my own pleasure because I enjoy doing it. So, hello, everybody. And I also go out riding with RB on a Sunday to try and get him up to advanced motorcycle standard. with the aid of Nick and Dave, obviously.
Yeah, so if you just a quick mention for those guys, if you happen to be on Facebook, jump onto Facebook, BBN Advanced Motorcycle Training, local at Milton Keynes. They ride out every Sunday from Central Milton Keynes. Starbucks at the place, 9 o'clock. Simon's there as well. So Simon's fully fledged, paid up member, better rider than I ever will be. But I'm coming up to scratch. Couple of things that I've failed on miserably, leaving the bike in gear when I'm at a stop, crossing the centre of the road, crossing those white lines, taking the racing line and not taking the correct lane. But I am getting better at it. So it's like, obviously I've had 40 years of sports bikes. And getting into a big tourer is a totally different ball game. So it's like literally starting from the beginning again, as if I was doing a CBT on a big bike. But yeah, with the help of those guys, hopefully I'll be a better rider. There's a couple of quick questions. Obviously, Finn enjoys my videos, got himself a Titan. Hope it's a Euro 5 one. Obviously, the only things that you're going to find with those, the horns are prone to failure. We've had quite a few that have failed on the horns and the headlight relay, but that's straight behind the front panel. So 3 out of, I think, 15 have sort of packed up on us. But they are new bikes, obviously the new Euro 5 models. So if in doubt, get it back to the dealer, and obviously keep it maintained, cleaned, and look after it, and you'll have years and years of fun on a scooter. Burning Gas hauling ass is in the room. Evening, Gav. He's going to get himself an electric Harley in a couple of years.
No, no, don't do it.
I got tempted to obviously go and try out the live wire, and I turned it down because obviously I said to the other guys, I went, you go and do the Harleys. You know, I'll stick to doing my little bikes. Yeah, oh, there we go. He said, yes, Euro 5, my horn has packed up and the headlight relay packed up too. Yeah, get it in. They know exactly what the fault is now. New relays are on the way, and the horns, they have sourced new horns for them. So, yeah, it's all been sorted. Get it done under warranty. You'll be covered. But, yeah, we've noticed loads of them are all doing that. So, MT's in the room. What I've heard, it's better. A lot more healthier for the bike. That is obviously going on about the fuel again.
Oh, no, G was talking about putting helium in the tires.
Oh, right. A lot better for the bike. So, yeah. So.
Better fuel mileage. A lot lighter.
Is it as good as crisp and dry? There's loads of stuff going on in the side chats here. So, yeah, leave your comments in the side. If anybody wants to obviously jump in on the live stream, I've got another 3 places if anybody wants to get in. I will not pay for StreamYard. I'm not military biker. I can't afford a huge budget, but I've still got 3.
What I did? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I just want to be able to. The reason I did it is so we could connect all of our platforms that we do, and I didn't have to try to do multiple shows. It just allowed me to put everything to one source and have one show on multiple platforms.
Yeah. So Gab said he'll probably be on in about 5 minutes. So yeah. MT, cheers for the. Yeah. Don't forget all these guys. Just sub on their channels if you haven't seen. I was on Two Wolves. Go and watch some of his videos. There's some great stuff on there, and there's some really good show. I think. What was the last big show that you went down to with all them bikes?
Which one? We went to Sturgis.
That's it, Sturgis. Yeah. That was an amazing couple of videos that you did down there. I was like, I was sat sort of Sunday morning with my cup of coffee, just sitting rolling through videos, and it was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I just did it to grab, because you kind of grab what's hot. So I did a few just to grab what's hot. But there's a lot more videos going to come on that this winter, because I kind of went back to July. That's where I'm at now, and picked up there with the Grand Canyon and then working our way, because we did like an 8-day poker run to Sturgis to set a Guinness World Record. So I'll have that whole series to go before we even get to Sturgis.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So
it's
going to be
I've always wanted to do, Sturgis. It's something I've always wanted to do. You just can't get over there at the right time, unfortunately. But I'm jealous.
I have to say, this was probably the biggest Sturgis I've been to in like 20 years. It was kind of like everybody was saying, F you, we're going. And it just, I mean, like we actually spent more time in Deadwood this year than we normally do. But all the little towns outside of Sturgis that has stuff going on, was just as packed as if you went in the Sturgis.
Jesus. Yeah. The other thing I've just noticed, have you noticed any of your numbers dropping off on your subscriptions? Because everybody's been saying this week, oh God, I'm losing subscribers left, right, and centre. And then of course Smitty cuts back in and says, Jesus Christ, his channel's blowing up big time. I'm like, well done, Smitty.
Yeah. Of course, we're a small channel. We're not even at 400 subscribers. But I noticed that what you're saying is one day we lost like 10 subscribers. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? But then all of a sudden it starts trickling back. And the same way with likes and comments, they'll disappear and then they'll come back. It's been a weird thing that's been going on.
Mine's been steadily going up, and so not that I've got many, but it's been steadily increasing. I said on one of my videos, I don't do it for monetization or anything. I just do it because I get bored riding 30 miles backwards and forwards to work every day. So it gives me something to talk to. And
it's like there's a couple of big ones here. Another couple of I'm going to mention. Evening, Simon. Good to see you. Simon Brackett's in the room, and Exeter Rider. He's obviously from down Cornwall way, down that way, Exeter, where you've been on holiday down there, Simon. And he actually did. We did the not Lexmoto. I'm going to get it right. The Lonsin Vogue. And I I did my video. Obviously, Lexmoto sent us the first Lonsin because we're quite pally with the dealers down there because they said, oh, we might send one to Spicy. Do you want the Lonsin Vogue? So I went out and did the Vogue, and then obviously Exeter Rider went out and he did his video, but it got screwed up by another biker. So go and look at the outtakes of Exeter's Rider's Vogue video, where Epic Adam's in the background. Oh, sorry, mate, am I in your video? It was a little bit tongue in cheek, but it didn't half push the numbers up with a bit of tongue in cheek video there. So, but it was he's done a very, very good review of it. So, if you're into sort of the big bikes or the mid-range bikes, go and check out Exeter Rider. As I say, all these guys that are in the side chat, they're all sort of YouTube vloggers. So go and check them out and see what they say. Quick question, MT there. The Michigan, what size saddlebags will it take without having to move the indicators? Just wondering if I know. Yes, I do know. What you can do is use the Keyway Superlight bags. So if you happen to go onto the Keyway site, buy the Superlight bags. They actually fit the Michigan. One guy actually went and bought himself a set of saddlebags for a horse, and he said they're probably the best ones that you will get. Yeah. And he said the easiest thing is, because obviously the saddlebags for a horse, you've got the tie straps to the inside. He said just throw them over, one strap down each side. Normally, he said he puts his round the spring, but he said horse saddlebags work just as good. Or he's obviously used the saddlebags off the Keyway Superlight. But if you go on the eBay, one of the marketing sites, just put in Michigan saddlebags or Keyway Superlight saddlebags. You can interchange the two on those. A couple of other questions here. Anyone here know of Ace Classics? Absolutely no idea. It might be one for you, Simon.
No, I've not heard of them. Ace Classics, a Triumph 3-unit repair and maintenance. I've not heard of those.
I know where the Ace Cafe is, but I've never heard of it.
That's what I thought of immediately, but no.
Yeah, brilliant. So anyone's plans for the weekend? Because obviously we've got our ride out from the garage this weekend. I'm going to try. Is it a training week this week or a social one?
You know what? I'd have to look at the calendar because I've been off for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, because obviously
look at the calendar. I think it's a social one. But I've got some stuff to do in the afternoon, so I'm probably not going to go on it. But I might actually come. I might actually come along and join you on Sunday.
Because we've got Ali. I think Ali and Hayden are coming down on the Iska. I think Shelley's bringing her new bike down as well. From DMR, because she's obviously swapped up, got her new bike now. Yeah, bigger CC. And her friend Kirsty has now got the ZSXF, but she went and dropped it the other day. Only a slow speed drop, but I was a little bit miffed because obviously Shelley's looked after that bike, dropped the bike. It was only a low speed drop, but she had to get recovery out. So obviously the guys hauled it back to his garage, and he went, "Oh yeah," he said, "You've your clutch lever's come loose, love. You're going to need a new clutch lever. Your forks are bent." But I'll get it into the workshop. I'll have a look at it and fix it. And he quoted her all this money. And she said, "Oh no, I'll get it into Dave and the boys at Eclipse." We had it in this morning, had a look at it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the forks. And he's, "Oh yeah, I've had a look at the forks. The forks have not moved because they've still got the original zip ties where we zip the cables up to keep them out of the way of the fairings." So he's not even looked at the only thing that I'd got was one of the bolts where she's dinked the clutch lever. It's basically unthreaded the bolt. So I just said to her, "I'll order you a new clutch lever under warranty, not an issue." So yeah, she's happy. She rode it away this morning. She said, "Is it safe to ride?" I went, "I'd ride it. Nothing wrong with it at all, apart from your clutch lever's a little bit wobbly."
He didn't see a female with a vehicle and think, I can get some money out of here. Yeah. Same thing happens with the wife whenever she takes the car down the garage.
Yeah. Do you get that, Elbelly? If you sort of the wife takes the car or something into a garage, and do they sort of play on the fact, "Oh, dumb female, all females don't know what they're on about"?
I have that problem with her bike because she rides a built bike. And she'll go in and tell them what she needs done, and then they'll try to, "Oh, well, this is wrong, that's wrong, blah 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 blah," and she knows her bike in and out, and she's like, "No, you're not touching it. You didn't do this. You didn't do that." We've had that problem. Just because she's a female,
and
a new rider, so.
We see it all the time over here. It's just like play on the females, and we've got a girl that's coming in, I think either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and she's bringing her car in, and she's like, "Oh, I know exactly what it is, but how much is it to do the X, Y, and Z?" And I said, "Oh, it'll be ABC." "Oh, brilliant." She said, "Yeah." I said, "How did you know? Have you diagnosed the fault or taken it into a garage?" She went, "No, I'm a level 2 technician, so I know exactly what I'm talking about." "Okay, yeah, just bring it in. We know what it is. We'll fix it. This is the part. This is how much it is, and this is how much the labour is." "Yeah, all right." And she's booked it. But it's great when you get someone who says, "Oh, yeah, I could do this for you."
Brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So, this weekend for me, we're meeting up with another moto vlogger here in the States, El Buffalo. We're going to go out and hang out with him. If you guys haven't checked out his stuff, he's a really good guy. I call him the words of wisdom. He's a guy that just seems like it can always give you the right answer. You might not like the answer, but it's the right answer.
Excellent. Right, I'm just going to share something up on the stream here. I'm going to do it from the YouTube channel. So that's the channel, guys. If you want to go and check out, obviously, Hell's on Two Wheels, that's his channel. Obviously, the title opening on the page is the world record run at the Sturgis. Go and check that out. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It's well worth a watch. That will keep you occupied for a good 40 minutes or so.
Is that the one with the outtakes where I'm trying to do the intro, and she keeps she's out in left field, like.
Yeah. There's some great stuff on there. Like you've got your motorcycle adventures, like the installs and all that. But the poker runs, that one, the live stream that you did last week, I missed out on it. Don't tell me about it because you've got that guy on, but I haven't watched it yet. So I've got that's on my list to watch.
Well, that's this week. What are you talking about? The suspension one or the last week?
Yeah, the suspension one. Yeah,
that's this Monday night.
Oh, thank God for that! I've not missed it then.
yeah, that's this Monday night. We're going. That's the guy that built my suspension, and building my wife's suspension right now.
But because
the reason
it popped up on my feed, and I'm like, reminder.
Yeah, the reason I like this guy, I like this company. It's because I've ran the other big brands that people use on Harleys, and this suspension actually on performance outperformed them and gave me the same ride. And I got the whole setup done for what it would cost for a set of rears for anybody else.
Oh, Jesus, that's not bad then, is it?
Yeah.
Quick question, Dennis. If you happen to be in Milton Keynes, Dennis, yes, we do welcome L-plate riders. So, yeah, as long as you've got 125 and over, because obviously we travel down the dual carriageway in Milton Keynes, and it is a 70-mile-an-hour road. But we do tend to ride at the slowest rider's pace, so we do suggest at least 45 to 50 mile an hour minimum speed if we are riding. But we tend to have what we call 5 or 6 big bikes in the pack that are staggered. So normally a couple of big ones up the front, a couple in the middle, and it's normally myself and Simon that play what we call tail end Charlie. Obviously with the big GTRs with the panniers, we tend to keep the cars back. So yeah, if you are in Milton Keynes and you fancy a ride out this Sunday, all we ask is obviously we get there for normally 9:15, 9 o'clock, set off for 9:15. It's a 15-minute run. We go to Super Sausage Cafe down at Pottersbury. Once you get there, obviously you can mill around, get yourself a breakfast, cup of coffee, have a look at the bikes, make your own way back. But if you are turning up at the garage, please keep the noise down. We do have neighbours. And obviously no rev bombs. The only rev bomb allowed there is me. Quick question from Exeter. What bike does Hellbelly have? If you haven't seen his bikes, I'll let him explain it all for you.
Well, I had a 2020 Road Glide with a custom built 128, and I'll let the my international guys know before the state guys know. But we're building a custom 139 stroker motor to go into my Road Glide.
Nice.
Very nice.
Talking of obviously Mr. Harley Man, the Scottish version of Harley Davidson, is over down here or
Over there.
the other side. Yeah.
Good evening all.
Happens to ride the only Harley that I absolutely love. So he's going to come out one morning. His bike's going to be missing because it's going to be down in Milton Keynes where I've stolen it. But evening, Gavin.
How are we doing?
Yeah. Or shall I say Gareth? I call him Gav anyway.
Sorry. I answer to many different names over here, especially from my wife.
I won't mention what happened over here a few months ago, so that's all long forgotten now. But I did call Hellbelly by another name, and I'm like, oh crap!
I'll let you know too. I was like, hey,
I'm not effing you. but believe it. That was a huge cock up,
dude. That was an offense to me especially the name he used. I was like, that guy.
Yeah, but you didn't hear the story after, and he was like, "Oh, more views to my channel." I went, "No, that was a total cock up." I said, "He's a bigger channel than you," and he blocked me. He took me off Facebook, and he's blocked me on YouTube as well.
Jeez.
I was like, that was fun. Yeah,
it's all fun.
It was awkward.
my thing is, I was editing and saw this live come up because I follow Rev, I follow G, and I follow Zed pretty closely as my international guys. And I'm hoping to get you guys on one of my shows because my followers want to know who I follow internationally. And you guys are like the top 3 that I'm always watching, putting on, following, watching. I mean, G's he's the Harley model now. He's got his nice shirt on. Every time I look at the Instagram, it's always like, hey.
Listen, man, it's all about that pose.
I'm like, oh my god, I love him.
There we go. Drop that one in there for you.
It's not just a YouTube channel; it's a lifestyle.
It is, yeah. There we go. So, quick one. Where's Milton Keynes?
I am wearing my "Give Violence a Chance" shirt today, just so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, we did a Instagram live and we got suggestions. And one of the followers he asked me, he's like, internationally, who do you watch? And I was like Red Bomb. I was like Holland Ass Burning Gas, and I was like Zed. I was like, those are really my top 3 that I watch. And there's a few Aussies that I kind of. I'll be honest. It's hit or miss, but it's really you 3 that I'm always like putting on watching.
Oh, the
Yeah.
missus is in the room as well.
Oh God, she stalks me.
Brilliant. Quick one from Dennis. He said, yeah, he's got a Zontes G1. See, the Zontes is the better bike, believe it or not. It all comes out the same area. It all comes out of Zhongsheng in China. So yeah, all the good bikes come out of China at the moment, and people are going, yeah, but my Yamaha blah 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 is made in Japan. No, it's not. Your Yamaha parts come out of China at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of the engines are all based around the CG125, and obviously Simon knows all about the CG125s. We all had one when we were young, so yeah, the Zontes is a good bike. Absolutely love them. And believe it or not, someone actually said to me the other day, he said, have you seen obviously some of the Lex Moto parts or some of the other parts coming out? And I went, why is that? He said, they're now getting Kawasaki involvement. And I went, no, please, no. They've actually released a bike now, and some dealers in our local area are importing them. Would I touch one going by the name of the bike, and it's called Yamasaki?
What?
It's a Yamasaki. It's a 50cc, and it's called a Yamasaki.
I've got to Google that. That's
I
going to
mean,
be hilarious, isn't it?
a Yamasaki.
It's a Yamasaki.
Sounds like a shot in Japan, man. What? Sounds like something I would drink while I was over there.
Sounds like the latest coronavirus, doesn't it?
Exactly.
What would happen
Bartender.
if it was like Indian and a Harley, like Indian, like Harleyan or something like that, It's just like
Right, here we go. Let me just share. Let me just obviously share the screen up a second. So if I do share my screen, there we go. And if I go into my browser tabs, oh, there we go. Bring that up. Let me bring that up onto the screen for you. So this, can you see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Yamasaki. So you've got a few different models. 49cc 4-stroke. Yeah, great. Comes with a Repsol fairing on it. So that's the 50cc.
Right, wait right. A Yamasaki with a Honda Repsol fairing.
Exactly. And
The bike's having an identity crisis, isn't it?
But they even do a cafe racer version.
Oh, I'm all over that. Let's get a cafe racer version.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the new thing that is coming out at the moment. And
that comment from Nitro Rory. Do you notice they cut off letters from Repsol so they don't get done for copyright?
Yeah.
What are they calling a Repsol?
I think the last bit, soul, is right, but I don't know what to put in front of it.
Hand it back.
The letters AR, I think. Yeah.
Bartender, give me a Yamasaki. We're going. This Honda looks good. Give me a Yamasaki.
That's what Hellbelly needs. It's a Yamasaki.
Yeah. It's like taxi.
In his little leather race suit. Come on, get some. Come on,
Hey man, I'm gonna go over here and ride this thing, man. This thing called Yamasaki, man. We're gonna go. Let's go.
Come get some.
But I'm not even going to bother looking at how much the price is. Oh,
you get changed from 20 quid for one, I'm sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll pass on the Yamasaki this week. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll survive.
Yeah, I was just wondering though, if you filled it with fuel, would you double the price of the bike?
Ooh. Well, the way it's going just
it would
now,
do just lately, yes.
Right, I just left. I was in Leeds this afternoon, right? £1.60 per litre in Leeds.
Oh, bleeding hell. We
Right.
filled up coming back from Wales, and it was 165 they were charging, and that was just for the E10. I was like, Jesus.
Well, I've just come back from Cornwall. Apart from the fact there's no shortage down there, because every garage I pulled into, there was no queues and you fill up with what you want. I was paying anything from 145 to 165.
There we go.
Wow.
Rory's just commented between 1,500 and 2,001. Jesus, for a 50.
What, for a Yamasaki?
God, Jesus.
That's
Very
more like a rippy
overpriced,
offie.
God, blimey. That's, yeah.
Rippy offie.
Yeah,
Hell,
especially when obviously Lex Motor, obviously a Chinese brand, they're around about sort of the 1,800 mark, but that's for obviously the 50cc ped, and that thing's been around for absolutely ages. We've got
Wow.
I think it's a 10-year-old one now. It's got nearly 16,000 k on it. Well, you've seen it, Simon, that little blue Pulse Scout that we've got, the 50. The panels are held together with zip ties at the moment because it's been dropped about, I would say it's been dropped about 30 times.
Oh my God.
And it comes in, we put a panel on it, we zip tied the panels together last time. And the thing still runs. You fire it every time, and it fires on the button every time, and it goes out as a loan bike, and it comes back. Oh, I've broken this on it, I've broken that on it, but the thing still goes. And as a loan bike, just to get backwards and forwards to work, it's that thing. I think cost us about 400 quid when we first bought it secondhand, and 10 years later, the damn thing's still running. We just put fuel in it, service it every couple of months, and that's it. But for that sort of money. Yeah, $2,000 for a 50cc. That's a lot of money when you're shelling out for your first bike.
That is
Wow,
ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's a great one. Aren't you getting two bikes for the price of one in the name?
Yes.
My God, junkyard. Junk more like two pieces of junk put together.
An orange pile of rust in the corner of the garage inside 2 years, I reckon.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, yeah. I've seen some kind of Chinese branded motorcycles coming to the UK, and after a couple of months, wow.
Quick one. Are you still selling all the ciphers? I've sold every single cipher, and I've got an advanced waiting list of 6 people at the moment that are desperate for bike on my waiting list. I can't get enough electric bikes at the moment, but they've just jacked the price by another £200 because obviously supply and demand. It's just outstripping what we can get them for at the moment. So they've stuck the price up to 200 quid. So they're now with the OLEV grant, because you obviously get £500 knocked off for this emissions grant. So all in, I think they're selling at about 2,200 now. But there's a guy that's he went to the States and bought an uprated battery. He's bought the uprated converter for it and all the ECU. He said that thing does nearly 70 mile an hour.
Wow.
It's meant to do 30 and it does 70 mile an hour. He said, but the battery charge, he said it only lasts him 30 miles. Yeah, but 30 miles at 70 mile an hour, charge it up the next day, backwards and forwards to work bike, no tax, no, low insurance, no fuel costs. He's laughing all the way at the bank.
Jeez. So I've got 2 questions for Hellbelly. One, why is he wearing those daft headphones?
What?
And 2, where are you living now? Where do you stay?
We are based out of New Mexico right now.
All right, okay. Airbnb, and you got another Airbnb again?
No, we actually had to get an apartment because the Airbnbs cost $10,000 a month because the Californians are running away from their own government. But we won't get into that right now.
No.
But
so
yeah.
You're in New Mexico?
Yeah, we're in Albuquerque.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Hey, we're like a fart in the wind. You can't keep up with us.
Right, let's just chuck a couple more channels up here. So let me just grab that one. I'm going to drop this into the stream. So if you do want to obviously go and see Gareth's channel, I've already put up Hells on Wheels. So there we go. That's the link to go and see Gareth's channel. All his stuff on there. You can find him on Instagram and TikTok as well. So
TikTok and takeover.
TikTok takeover, yeah.
I've started doing this TikTok. I've managed to beat this. You were on about the other day about this TikTok algorithm.
Yes.
Yeah. If you are scrolling through TikTok, do not hover on the bird that is flashing her boobies off or or wiggling her butt cheeks at the camera. Do not flick through as quick as you can.
That's right. Scan past. ass shaking.
Yeah. I've now literally got about 80% bikes.
The other 20% is all ass shaking.
No, I keep getting some bloke in New Mexico with UFOs.
Oh, I hope he's not ass shaking.
No, he's not actually. Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong with a bloke in New Mexico? All right, what's wrong with?
What, shaking your ass with a camera?
He should have been in Sturgis. we went to Topless Tuesday. It was fun.
Oh, a good Taco Tuesday, yeah.
Okay.
Topless Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
It's not taco. It is topless. Like
right, dude. That's enough.
I prefer Taco Tuesday myself.
There we go. And I'm just going to put Simon's channel up as well. So that's Simon's channel. The wife's just said to me, "Are you coming for a cigarette?" So yeah, I'm going to disappear off for a couple of minutes. Talk amongst yourself, guys. And
talk amongst yourselves, right? So how many people have we got viewing just now?
In the show, we got 14 in there at the moment. So
right, okay.
Yeah, we've got all the big boys are in the show. So MT Belly, Nitro's in there, Exeter. There's a couple of others in there as well. So Dennis is about somewhere. So yeah, feel free. At the show, Gareth, you can take over, or El Belly if you want to run the show from it.
I reckon by the time Revbon gets back, we can get him banned from YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's eliminate the competition.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when he said I could be in charge. Yeah, we're getting banned like 5 seconds.
So I'll throw in this one. In the UK next, I think it's from next week, we actually getting to actually play with the new Harley Davidson Sportster next week.
Oh, we have already done it.
Oh, wait, the other way. Get away, what damn Americans. So the new Harley Davidson Sportster is coming to town next week in Glasgow on the 14th. So I won't be here, but my other half, Mrs. Burningas All-Ass, she will be test riding that bike for us because we're in the market for a new bike. We're not sure what to go for. We like the Indian Chief.
You might wait.
I've said that I'd like to test ride the Sportster.
You might want to wait until 22.
22?
So after February. Because as the meetings I sat in, what was it, last week? Week before last.
Right, okay.
I said, okay, this new CEO has gotten tired of listening to all of us talk crap and Indian kicking the you-know-what out of them in the king of the baggers.
Yeah.
And he likes to win. So they went back to the drawing board. And they went and collaborated with these aftermarket guys that are building these, awesome bikes. And they've been working with them. So there's going to be some big changes come to a Harley Davidson in 22 and 23, as in suspension, chassis, motor, like everything. Because they see where the future is going. It is unfortunately nothing against the old ways. They'll still have that stuff, but what we're doing with our bikes now and what Harley's putting out doesn't work. So he wants.
I get that. Yeah.
So he's a more of a performance type of guy, and that's where he's striving towards. You're kind of seeing that with this new little Sportster S that they came out. Of that performance thing. And that's what he likes. So what I was able to see and listen to from him and one of the builders that worked with him, 22 and 23, Indian better start upping their game because they took everything that we've been talking trash about and worked on it.
So my only concern with that is, is they go back to the drawing board, which is good, awesome, but the price tag is going to be insane. If this is what they charge right now for a standard one say
Well,
£14,000.
That's right. You guys are. It's different for you guys than us in the States.
Yeah. It's starting to get ridiculous. You know, I mean, I was in a dealership today. You're talking 14 grand for a new Sportster. You're talking £26,000 for a road glide or a street glide, and it's 20. I know it's like it's 26 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a boatload of money for a brand new bike now.
Well, like they talked to me, like the CVOs are going to have the 131s in them.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that they're doing.
Well, they're going to have to. You know, they're going to have to start giving more money, more bang for buck, because I seen a funny video. I don't know how long ago it was, a couple of weeks ago, and somebody says it's you buy a Harley and then you ride it out and you basically spend the exact same money again to turn it into what you want.
That's why I got mine. I went and basically rebuilt that whole bike and for the same amount of money to get what I want, and that's what they're going. That's what they're going to. The thing that's on the table is some of these guys that got some badass engines that they're building, Harley engines that they're building.
Yeah.
That they're going ahead and kind of doing. I mean, of course, it's going to be more money, more expensive, but you'll have your CVO, and then you'll have kind of like these bikes. They're going to have like 143s in them, 135s in them, but they're already completely built out to where you just buy it and you're done. Out the door you go.
The problem we're having now, and I mean, Rev Bomb will be able to tell you, is our emissions. We're going to struggle. We're struggling now with new bikes. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're trying to pull that crap here, and everybody's like, nah.
We're more strict over here now. You see.
Yeah.
The new M8 engine was built the way it is and restricted the way it is because of emissions. The new Sportster's got a catalytic converter the same size as my head on it to try and, keep it low for the emissions.
Now, one of the rumors that's on the table right now, they don't know if it's 22 or 23, but they're talking about bringing back a new FXR.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
but
because it becomes people are taking like the new Softails and basically building them into FXRs.
Yeah, so that's right. Yeah.
So they're like, why aren't we building the FXR?
Quick question for obviously MT. I've just put you a link up, MT. The think of the new Goldwing. Obviously, his dad had one 1977 1000cc one, King Queen seat on.
Yeah.
I've just stuck you a link up down the bottom. So Big Smitty Riding, go check him out. He's a friend of Salty and Sprinkles. Knows Hellbelly as well. So yeah, his channel has gone absolutely. It's blown itself out the water. He went from sort of some 600-700 subs. He's on 1,700 now, and he's climbing by about 100 a week, even more. But he had I think he had the Goldwing, didn't he? So
yeah, he just bought a new Goldwing.
Yeah, so go check it out. He's absolutely loving it, and he rides with the Harley guys. It doesn't have an issue with it. He's got a Japanese bike, but the Goldwings, you can't beat them.
The only issue you had was me doing wheelies behind him because he thought I was going to run over top of him.
The man is in the room. Mr. Salty is here. How you doing, Salty? Come and join the show. I'll drop you the link up again for the StreamYard. So yeah, come and join the show. You're welcome to jump in and. Come and share your stuff.
That's Mr. Indian right there.
That is Mr. Indian Challenger himself. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I've got one for you, Gav. I'll probably Instagram it tomorrow.
Right.
We had a guy come in, brought Harley in for an MOT. He said to me, "Oh, you can go and bring the bike in because obviously I've done my MOT course now. I am now an MOT tester. All I've got to wait for now is to obviously get my certificate through, and obviously do what's called a demo test in front of DVSA, and then I am licensed to test. But the thing was, we were on the test. There were 6 guys in the room, really, really good MOT school called MOT Expert. Gave me a free T-shirt out of it as well." And he said to me, "I've got 4 bikes in the workshop. Go and assess each one put down what you need to do, come back, enter your figures in the computer and print the certificate, and then tell us what you've done to each bike. And everyone's going, oh, well, I've advised that one, pass and advise, or that one's got on my... He said to me, he said, what have you done? I said, I've failed every single bike. And he went, why is that? I went, this one, blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay, failed that one, failed that one, failed that one. And he went, oh, all right. We sat in the classroom having our lunch and a cup of coffee, and he went, all right. He said, I've got one bike for you. It's a Yamaha Phaser 600 sitting at the bottom of the workshop. Know the bike, great bike. Yeah, okay. He said, everybody's passed it. Go out and give me your assessment of the bike. I walked out, walked round the bike. Couple of minors on it. And he went, why is that? I said, your position light's gone at the back. I said, that's normally a major fail. If you haven't got a number plate light, it's a major fail. But you've got one light showing out of two, so it's a minor and advise.
Oh, okay.
But I failed the bike. Why? I said, it's dangerous and it's not moving. I would not let the customer ride that away. And they're all like, oh, you're being anal, you're being anal. I went, no. What have you failed it on? Front tyre. Oh, all right. The other 5 went out and looked at it. Is there nothing wrong with the tyre? And I went, yeah, there is. I failed it on the front tyre. No, it's a brand new tyre. Loads of tread on it. Rotation is the correct way. It's the correct tyre tread for the bike. It's not a radial or a cross ply. It's a standard bike tyre. And I went, yeah, failed it. Why? I said, who's taken the hot chisel to the side and scrubbed off the little R in a circle? Well, what's that mean? I said, you put a rear tyre on the front of the bike.
Oh, my God.
I was the only one that spotted that it was a rear tyre. And he said, how did you notice that? I said, I literally looked at it. Bike tyre on the front is normally curved. This one looked like a mushroom head.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay. But obviously we had this Harley in and we failed it on the front tyre. Not enough tread depth. It was less than, I think it was about 0.5 mil in the centre of the bike. And I went, you need a new bike tyre on that, mate. Jesus Christ, what size is it? And he went, oh, it's a standard Harley tyre. I went, Christ, it's a 90-90-19 on it. Right. It's got a 19-inch rim on the front and a 17 on the back. And I'm like, good God. Okay.
A 19 on the front and a 17 on the rear?
On the rear, yeah. It's a 90 on the front and a 17 on the rear.
Right.
But I'm gonna video it tomorrow because I fired it up, brought it into the MOT bay, and it's sitting there and it's dug-a-dung, 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 and it literally sounded like an old-fashioned water pump engine.
That's what his bike will sound like soon.
But the tick over on it, and we stood watching it for 5. We just stood there talking. I'm like, oh. He went, what? I went, that sound, dug-a-dung, dug-a-dung, dug-a-dung. It was just such a low rev on that, and I'm like,
it's a nice that's a nice big cam on that.
Yeah, but it was the tick over on it was so low. It was literally right on the edge of just stalling. But the tick over, I was like, I am so gonna video that when it comes back in. Get it on TikTok.
Get it on TikTok. Nitro Rory says Harleys go potato, potato, potato. I'd agree with that.
No.
I think they go money, 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 money.
I would go with that. I'd go with that as well. You know, it's more like gimme, 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 gimme. Yeah.
So
you don't need that wallet. Yeah.
No. Quick answer for Nitro. So Rory, I am in the bike sales. I run the sales division of Eclipse Motorcycles. I test ride. I YouTube vlog. Anybody that buys a bike from us, we do a video so the customer can see the bike being ridden correctly, correct speed, running in speed on that. Technical wise, yes, I can do an oil change on a bike, but I am not a qualified mechanic. So I know my way around a bike, hence why I was allowed to do my MOT test course, because you do have to have a decent basic knowledge of all stuff. But I can change a tyre, I can change it. Engine work, I leave that to my main technicians. There is only one guy in the workshop that I would trust with my bike, and that is the boss's son, Taylor. He's only 22, but the lad is very, very gifted, and obviously he's a fantastic paint sprayer. So he's got his own company, Taytech. So shout out to Taytech. He's up on my YouTube channel. He's on all my comments and all my website as well. So if you do want your bike repainting or you need some special custom colors, he can do all that. And his wheel refurb stuff is absolutely amazing. He done a set of wheels on a Lexus the other day. They look literally like they'd come out the factory.
Yeah.
So he's a damn good paint sprayer. But tech wise, I am not a technician. No.
I just came up with a new episode. I'm gonna come over and work for you for a day.
You're welcome. I've always got room. We're looking for another bike technician actually, because
hide all sharp implements.
Hey, what's this dude?
Sorry.
Believe it or not, I actually dropped my bike the other day.
No.
I know. Yeah. Well, we've got a little junior. I hope he won't mind me saying this because he'll probably watch the feed tomorrow. He took out our big VFR onto the yard, and it went over. He managed to hold it, but he caught the mirror. That went into the BMW GS. The BMW leant over and went into my GTR. Luckily, I've only got a little scratch on one of the. Believe it or not, it's that panel there, right there. So I've got a scratch there where the bar end hit the pannier, but I'm having the panniers re-sprayed.
Right. Okay.
But he put it on the main stand and left the side stand down.
Yeah.
I climbed on the bike to the right. Go on.
Your Nigel Rory's wrote there saying the VFR makes a great noise. One of the best sounding bikes on the planet.
Brilliant bike, yeah. But obviously, I went to roll the bike off the main stand. Side stand still up, caught the side stand, and Simon knows what the front of the garage is like.
Wow.
Managed to catch me hand and the bar end between the bar end and the metal post that stands upright that holds the chain. So it's healing well, but it's a little bit black at the moment. So all right.
So I've got some news. I think Hellbelly might like this one.
Ow.
Guess who's coming to America in December?
You.
Me.
What? Where we going?
Oh well, look. Where are you taking me? I should be saying. Where are you taking me?
Oh, how much bail money you got?
Oh dear. No, so
that's going to be a good video.
We've all heard that we can all go back to this. We can all hopefully go back to America from November, December. Hopefully, all going. So Sarah and I are hoping to get back to the States this year before Christmas. So
yeah, let me know because we're out of here in December. We're going back to the East Coast.
Right.
So,
but where are you going to be in the East Coast? Are you going to be back? You heading back to Florida, or you still back to Virginia?
Maybe Carolinas, Florida. I don't know where we want to go. It's got to at least be warm because I am tired of snow.
Well, let's be honest here. Florida is going to be your best bet, so that's where I'll be.
Oh well,
and I'll be in Florida in October next year. So
I say that because there's stuff that's not going to be finalized until December. So there's a possibility I will be in Florida.
Yeah,
and it has to do with the channel coming next year. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. But you had Salty up. You guys, you want to watch some good videos in the States about like good topics? Like his channel has a lot of good topics with motorcycle riding and kind of what goes on with us in the States. So go over and check out Salty and Sprinkles.
Let me just drop his channel up for you because he does some really good stuff. He did. Oh God, was it the song "I'm Living It My Way" or something? That video is on my favorites at the moment.
Hang on. Let's back this up. That's Crucifix.
That's it, Crucifix.
You go back in my videos, my beginning videos. Who was using Crucifix?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, we like Crucifix," and now yeah,
you got me into that. I went out and bought the first 2 albums.
It's good music. It's really good music.
It's good riding music, I tell you. Yeah. Because I tend to either have normally I have a little bit of that on, or I have some a little bit of Foo Fighters, but it tends to be a little bit aggressive. Or I tend to have in a Swedish band Within Temptation, so I tend to run a little bit of that as well.
That's why a lot of people say they're always talking about. My videos are like, man, you always have good music. That's all everybody talks about. That music. What was that band? What was that song?
I know he listens to the Moonshine Bandits.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I listen to what I drink, man. What are you talking about?
That's right, because that's who I listen to. Yeah.
It's like what is it? Military as well. Military biker. He had that Julian Austin, didn't he? Because he used that at the end. But I was like, how many times does old Stevie appear in that video?
Oh dear. So what else has been going on, guys? I haven't heard anything for about a week or so. I've been busy with work, so.
No, I've been on holiday for 2 weeks in the cage, so yeah, the family forced me to go away in the car. But I did take some 360 video of some of the places I've been to and some drone footage as well, so I'll be uploading that.
Right.
Just for something to upload, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, went to the Scilly Isles, Land's End, and St Michael's Mount, and managed to get some video on the drone and the 360 camera. So
what drone are you using just now?
It's just a Mavic 2, DJI Mavic 2. Yeah.
Great drone.
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The GPS stability and on it and everything is really good, and it's got some cool features which I use. The rocket and the flyaway.
Oh yeah.
And the circle thing. But it's just great to take it up to about 40 meters up and then just slowly pan round to where you are, and you get really great view.
I don't do any more than that with it.
And I only got told off for using it once, so yeah. You can't fly a drone here, sir. Well, the app said I could.
That's bad. That's usually my answer. Yeah. Hell, Billy, I don't even have to ask what you've been up to. I see everything you do.
I've also been working on a new studio for the show. So that's what
it looks like an OnlyFans studio. He'll be the latest TikTok superstar, Rev.
Definitely, yeah.
Look at him. He's already got his shorts on. He's threatening to get his top off.
Yeah. Topless Tuesday again.
No, man, I've been working on this studio. Like I said, we just started a show, so the little difference format. Of course, I support channels and stuff. I'm trying to bring actual content topics, like this week's suspension. I got got several things lined out. Moonshine is one of them. We're going to do several topics with moonshine, and hopefully they'll bring in a special guest with Harley.
All right.
but I'm trying to also make it not bike brand specific. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when we talk about parts and stuff, it's going to be something that no matter what you ride, you can talk to the guys to get parts for your bike. So,
right, okay.
But other than that, I got I'm down to 1.9 terabytes of footage to edit. So,
wow!
I thought
I just seen a black hole up here.
Well, everybody knows about the what it takes to edit. You want to make sure you get everything organized, what the story you're going to tell during that episode and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get
don't ever go riding for a month and not edit at all.
Yeah.
Especially like 10,000 miles, don't edit.
But my concern, is you've got some great footage there. Like everybody in this room will agree with me, and probably everybody who's watching right now. You'll have some amazing footage where I've seen you go over the last few months. Wow, right?
Yeah.
YouTube land will not watch anything beyond 7 minutes. So for me, for you, I would break everything down into real tiny, small chunks and just put to be continued, because you'll spend hours making these 25, 30-minute videos, and the majority will only get to 7 or 8 minutes and go, next. That's what's going on.
Yeah, talking about that, because I finally got into analytics and started looking and started seeing that trend. And my channel with my videos is about 8 to 10 minutes on a 30-minute video. So I've kind of cut it down, trying to make it anywhere between 10 and 14 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
But because of that, holy crap! Like, I'm trying to go as fast as I can making these to see if I need to double up, during the week, or keep it once a week, and how many months I'm going to get out there with it.
Yeah. I mean, 2 a week would be fine. Like Rev puts his videos up, perfect length. You could watch them and then move on. You know, you know what I mean? It's like keeps your attention. Next, you know what I mean? And like I've just read one of the comments there. Nigel Rory's wrote, people's attention span is pathetic nowadays, and that's because of TikTok. You know, like somebody's like, okay, that's me, 20 seconds. Next. YouTube kills me sometimes, man. It's just like, you're spending like 15, 20. I'm not complaining. That's just how it is. But you've got all that great footage from your travels and then spending all that time for somebody to watch it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I would only make the video 10 minutes long. Well,
you're trying to get into, I'm just going to have to stay true to myself within the YouTube world, because you never know. Because what I've noticed with what I do is the guys that are more popular are more what you're saying, entertainment, short time span.
Yes.
But that's not, for me, that's not telling my story of our journey of what we're doing.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's one of those things, is to find that fine balance between being able to tell that story, stay true to yourself, and becoming more entertaining.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. You know what I mean? If everybody knows that everybody comes onto your channel, they're going to see your great road trip right across from the States, then that's exactly what they're there for.
Or if they're thinking of a bucket list ride, we're going to have a great video for them to go watch. They're like, man, I've heard about $1 Million Highway. All right. That's one of the great rides here. $1 Million Highway. You go look at it. It's not I'm going to talk to you the whole time. It's actually going to show you what you can go ride and what you can see. We're still in the videos of our comms weren't set up. I did release a couple that skipped ahead to where we had the comms, but I'm telling you, we got a lot of great footage with comms now, and I think that's really be a turning point towards people watching it, because we'll actually have more conversation and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I always focus on having good music with my videos, because for a long time it's all we had, footage. So you put good music, all right, I can listen to this music and watch it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Quick one, Dennis. Quick walk around. I've had a lot of people said, obviously, you're doing these test rides for customers, but obviously, we've had people saying, can you get up close and personal? Can you walk around the bike? I had a crack at it, because normally I would have the drift cam with me and the Insta. I actually did one on that new electric bike, the Elex, this week. Only thing was, I went and videoed it with my phone upright instead of dead flat, so it cuts to me. I must remember to put the mobile phone that way up when doing a video on a bike. We got up and close and personal with it. We got under the seat, but a lot of people have said, do it off your Insta, because you can get in close with the Insta and then you can just flatten everything out using the Insta. I'm like, oh, right, okay. So we're going to start including the Insta a lot more. But I have got a lot more drift cams now. We got rid of those cheap, tacky, horrible GoPros, the little £12 ones that Zed had went and found in the bargain shop. So yeah, we've got. I've now got three separate drift cams now. I went and got a couple of Ghost X's, the new ones.
Right.
The HDs, they're really short and tiny little things they are, but I've got the extra big battery packs on them, so I can now hold one of those and go right, blah blah, get in on the bike, do a shot. So we're going to be starting to get a lot more close and personal with the bikes. But a lot of people have said, obviously, can we get multiple angles of the bikes like you did when you did the Super Sausage Run with Simon, and you're using the Insta with the ride bys just to get some different angles? And obviously, I've been chatting with Spicy. and he's told me exactly how to do it. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you'll start notice the videos start changing, multiple angles, rolling between screens, and we'll see where it goes from there. But obviously, it's about keeping it fresh, changing what you do. Don't get stale on, the same old thing week after week, because people just go, seen that video already. You did that one 6 months ago. It's exactly, new bike, but exactly the same thing you did 6 months ago. So yeah, so we're gonna try different things. People have said, are you going to be doing drone? No, I'm not going to be doing drone. the only drone that you will hear is me waffling on all the time.
You should maybe try and go live during one of your bike walkarounds.
That might be an idea. Yeah.
Because you could say anybody was to tune in at, say, I don't know, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't know. I'm going to do a walk around this bike. If anybody's got any questions right now, then this is the best time to ask. You never know. So, because
I know we have got, obviously, we're going to do a showroom walk around, because people have said, obviously, our showroom is actually inside the main garage. We actually built a showroom inside the garage. Rather than just shoot, because obviously the roof leaks like a sieve at the moment. But we've got a nice little wooden showroom in there. Holds about 34 bikes. That is crammed to the hilt with LXRs at the moment. But someone has said, obviously, can you show the inside of your showroom? But we've got to be very, very careful, because obviously security, showing stuff off, and obviously showing how to get into the building. So we've got to be very careful how we do it. Last thing I want to do is come in on a Monday and all the bikes are missing. So
have you seen this bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube.
There was one, and obviously Simon knows the company, On Your Bike, bike shop out in Aylesbury. They used to have, they've got basically what Super Sausage has got. They've got a burger van just outside, and he's actually posted on his Facebook page, parked their burger van outside. It had a hitch lock on it. It had a wheel lock on it. Had posts, and it was concreted into the ground. And they came in next day, and the trailer's gone missing.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
they would have had to dig it out. They would have done. It's
they literally dug it out of the concrete to get it out. And hooked the burger trailer away. So, yeah, as I've said to them, watch out for people with Irish accents selling a trailer.
Oh my god!
Obviously,
you can't say that.
No. Someone did actually put the photo up on their page of a gangster's pasty and a lock, and you put the two together. Yeah, but that got removed very, very quick by Facebook.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
Well, I love you guys. I enjoy talking to you guys, but I gotta get off here and get back to work. So hopefully, we can work it out to where I get you guys over on our show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
That way our followers can see what I watch from the international, especially get G on there so he can tell them where I'm from.
Definitely.
He won't admit it, but I'm from Glasgow, so.
Oh.
So I'm gonna chuck this up one more time anyway. There we go. So that's Hells on Two Wheels channel, otherwise known as Mr. Hellbelly and Mrs. Hellbelly. Go check their channel out, guys. It's definitely worth a watch. And watch that one with the opening titles, the Sturgis stuff. There's some really good stuff in there. But most of his videos, they're a really interesting watch. So that man over here, that side, go and check him out. Make sure you give him a like, give him a subscribe, give him a follow. And as I say, hit the notifications bell that will tell you when his next video is coming up.
The wannabe Scotsman. I'm sorry.
Hey, I am straight Scotsman. I got gray and red in my beard. All right.
Hey, well, I will see.
Hey, I'm part of the Cunningham clan. Just to let you know, that's what I'm part of.
Cunningham clan.
Yeah.
We're part of the Ronalds and the McDonald's up here.
Well, I appreciate it, Red, for letting me come on.
You're welcome, buddy. Anytime.
You guys have a good night.
And you take care, mate. Take care.
Bill.
Yeah, you can't even get tartan paint down here, and I've looked everywhere for it.
Oh, no, it's a limited supply. Oh man, I was down in Leeds today in Manchester, and I couldn't believe the weather down there today.
It was awful today.
Really?
Yeah, it was awful down here today. Absolutely hammering it down this morning. And it, as I said, because I said to my technician, I went, "Oh, I've got to go and take this. I'm still waiting to edit the video, hence why I've got no lag tonight because I'm not editing tonight."
Right,
I said to him, I said, "I've got to take that bike out, take the Titan out, final test ride for customer." He went, "It's raining." I went, "It's only a bit of rain." He said, "Yeah, but it's that fine rain that gets you wet."
Yeah, the misty stuff.
The misty, horrible stuff. And I'm like,
I know.
Rain is rain to me. If you get wet, you get wet.
I know. That's one of the things, isn't it? You know, I mean, if you don't ride your bike in the UK in the rain, you'll never ride the damn thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
But one thing I will say is, and I know people might not agree with me, but I hate going out to ride my bike if it's raining. I don't mind getting caught in it. If you know, like I go out and it's dry and I'm riding my bike and it rains, I go, "Ah, well, okay, it's raining." But I don't look outside and go, "Oh, look at that! It's had 1 inch of rain today. I think I'll go ride my motorcycle this afternoon." I'm not into that, you know. So.
I've had to do it previously. I've had to do it.
That's your job.
Yeah.
I've
had it years ago. I've got like a CBT or something to do in the morning, and it's 7:30 in the morning, and the rain's coming sideways, and it's all like I can't not go, and I have to go on my bike.
Oh, right.
So by the time you get there, you're already soaked through, and you've got all these new people just starting their bike experience. You're saying, "Yeah, it's great," and you're soaked through to the underwear, and you're like, "I've got to stand in this all day and smile."
Yeah, but that's where the heated seat comes in, though.
Oh, that just creates a boil in the bag effect. Trust me, Rev.
I tell you what, I tried my heated seat for the first time when we went to do that parts run to Super Sausage, and it lasted all of 30 seconds. I turned it off because it felt like I was wetting myself.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
If you're going to ride all year round, and you want to be warm and as dry as you can be, you can't beat buying a pair of waterproof over jacket and trousers, 2-piece. I never get a 1-piece, always get a 2-piece because otherwise you get too hot. And then if it gets really cold, you put that on and it keeps you warm because it's windproof. And if it gets really, really cold, I've got heated clothing, so I just plug it into the bike and
all right,
away I go. But
off.
I know.
I actually really fancied buying one of those, like, you know, the heated jackets that have got the heating element through them, you know. But
I've got the Keys heated jacket, and I bought the full sleeve version, so it's heat down your arms and that as well. With the heated controller, I've never had it any higher than medium.
Right.
Have it any higher than that, and you really start cooking.
Wow.
Well, I've been out and it's been -9. I've been caught in coming home. And that's when I put the jacket up to medium. With that and the heated grips, I was fine. It was only from the waist down I got cold. But
wow. I'll get my words out. My wife had heated grips on her Phaser 600 a few years ago, and when she passed her test in the wintertime, I used that bike, and wow, what a difference it made. I don't have them on any of my bikes now, but back then, it was the best thing I ever had. You know.
Yeah, Exeter riders just say he's put a 1-piece Richard suit. It's brilliant. I agree with you, they are brilliant, but I used to have a 1-piece and I used to get too hot wearing it because they stopped any wind coming through. So I find with a 2-piece you can always unzip a bit or lift a bit and
adjust the trousers. A lot of condensation on the inside.
Yeah. I get very, very warm in it. Yeah, I get very, very warm in it.
That's one of the
See, I've had the Richer jackets. I've tried an Oxford jacket, 300 quid for an Oxford jacket, didn't work. I've had the Bike It, so the 100 quid jackets that you get from Bike It. Tried one of those, could not get anything that just would not let the water in, stop the water coming in down the main seam. And one of the Australian guys, I think I'm on his channel as well. He messaged me on Facebook on the Messenger and said to me, he said, "Oh, if you want to get biker wear that's absolutely waterproof. You need to get the Australian stuff. Get Phillip Island." And I went, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "If you send me the $90, I'll send you a set." I went, "How much for the jacket?" "Oh, I'll just send you a set. Just give it a plug on your channel, Phillip Island, and you can order it direct from Australia, but it's about $90 postage." And I went, "All right." So I sent him 90 quid, and I got this. Well, Simon's seen it. It's bright yellow and black. It's high vis, but I've got the trousers and the jacket. Tried it, and I went in and out in an absolute monsoon. It was hammering it down, absolutely hammering it down. Got back to the office, and I went, "Look at that, I'm perfectly dry." And then looked down the left hand side, I'd got a wet patch, and I'm like, "All right, so maybe it's not." And then I looked down and realized that I'd got my phone in my pocket, and I'd actually filled the pocket to the brim with water. It was actually holding the water in the pocket. I'd left it unopened.
Oh wow!
And filled I'd got about half a pint of water in the pocket, so turned the jacket upside down. But it's great, it doesn't let any water in. But like Simon says, I've been out riding with Simon. I've got to get my jacket off. I'm cooking in this, but it's really good. And I said to him,
but I've got a question to ask about these things. Why can't they make them a bit more appealing towards the fashion-conscious motorcycler? Right? I want one to go with my Harley. Like cool, black kind of
tassels down the arm.
Exactly. Tassels, all that kind of stuff. No, they're bright.
Clip for your handbag,
green or yellow or orange. No. I want one a bit more fashion conscious that I can wear and feel nice in mine.
It's funny enough, I've never actually cared what the stuff looks like when I bought it. I just cared it was functionable and it did its job actually, and price.
You don't want to stop at a set of likes and get looked at like you're a complete fool.
I'll bet Gareth's wearing matching socks. He cares that much about fashion.
Matching underwear too.
Yeah.
So here's one for you, Simon. We had a guy, because obviously we got a new receptionist now. We've got Rebecca that works in the front office now. So little blonde Rebecca works in the front office. I'd been out on this MOT course coming on Wednesday, and she said to me, she went, "You'll never believe what happened." And I went, "What?" I said, "You sold a bike. You've made me loads of money this week. You've done all my jobs and converted all the quotes for me." She went, "No, this guy come in. He's watched about 50 or 60 of your videos back to back, and he wants to buy a scooter." "Okay, did you sell the scooter?" Yeah, he's bought a scooter. "Right, but he wants a signed photo and autograph." "Of what? The scooter?" "No, of you." "What?" "Yeah, he's watched all your. Yeah, he wants a signed photo and autograph." And I'm like, "No, you're pulling my leg." She went, "No, seriously, he wants an autograph." And I went, "Or he's really asked if he could get a selfie with you." And I went, "For God's sake, come on." Yeah, there's a bit of man love going on here or something.
We are walking with the famous right now.
If we asked to kiss the picture next with his lipstick on or his lip gloss and with love or red bone.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't want stains on the picture. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm only a bloody moto vlogger. I'm no one, I'm not missing the fire.
Or have one as well. Look at that. Yeah. I think we should all have
you are
one.
now classified as a micro influencer now. Influencer. That's it.
Yeah, but then the boss turned around. He said, "What you want to do is strip off to your boxer shorts, lay across your GTR in a pose, and we'll get some photos of what you can off."
2022 calendar, I can just see it.
There's a couple of the groups I'm in, and
right.
I shan't mention any names, but there's always a bit of rivalry between Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki. There's always a bit of, I ride this, cruiser riders and everything else. And his bike was in for repair one day, and these two had always been going at each other, and he said, "Right, get out of the workshop." So why is that? He stripped naked and took selfies of himself sat on his bike naked and sent them to him.
Oh no!
This is the only way I'll get on a Suzuki or something. It was, and then then it was only about a year later, and the favour was returned the other way, and I'm sort of like, I don't want to go down this workshop someplace. I don't know what I'm going to see.
There'll be some people listening to this right now thinking that we're all going to produce some motovlog calendar for the year for 2022.
We could do one for charity.
Oh God!
Yeah. Do one for charity.
I'm not wearing.
I'll be December. I'm wearing the most clothes. Yeah.
Well, there was one going. There's a hilarious one. I think I've still got the photo on my phone. I hope I have anyway. Let's have a quick look. Of the Christmas calendar.
Oh crikey! Yeah.
And obviously this guy went out and did the photo's been shared on Facebook so many times, but he went out in a Santa suit. He got arrested 6 or 7 times by the police until they realized what he was doing, because they kept catching up to him from behind, but he was running up the street doing that. But he'd got a pair of shorts on with mistletoe saying Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's the woman that it's the kiddie that you look at the woman's face and the kid's expression.
Oh my God!
Get out of the way, son.
Don't do it.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely have to have a calendar.
Oh, that'll be it. That'll be all over Instagram tomorrow. Who wants to volunteer for a charity calendar for 2022?
Yeah. We could
Vloggers charity calendar. There you go.
There we go. Get military to set it up. Every blogger, and we'll do 5 or 6 bloggers on a page, all doing silly poses. Get the calendar up. PTSD.
There's a charity. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Bike tours for the wounded.
That side. Yeah, exactly. Most of us are all ex-military, so. But yeah, and then we'll get Exeter to do the opening titles and get Epic Adam to walk across with his phone, going, "Oh, sorry, is it you doing a video?" Exeter will see the funny side of that.
I shall see if it comes out on my 360, but I kept photo bombing people with my 360 camera on a big long selfie stick while I was just sort of dip it in front of them. Hello.
Brilliant.
Look, guys, I'm going to call it quits for today.
Yeah, we're going to. It's 1:30, so we've been on for an hour and a half. So. Obviously, those of you that happen to be local to Milton Keynes, if you're up for a ride, we are meeting at Eclipse Motorcycles. So I'm going to put the postcode up again. So it's MK2 2PF. That is in Milton Keynes. Eclipse Motorcycles, we're meeting there for around about 9 o'clock, depart at 9:15. It will be up on my MNK, so it should be MK, sorry, MK22. You ain't going to get anywhere with that one. So MK22PF, that's the postcode of the garage if you do want to come out for a ride out this coming Sunday, 9 till about 12 o'clock or so, but we're heading off at 9. Thanks everybody for coming and joining in the stream. So MT Belly, good to see you. Thank you very much. Exeter, everyone that's been in the side chat, much appreciated for you coming and joining in the feed. Big thanks to Gareth, obviously, Simon GTR, Hellbelly, Hells on Till Wheels. The links are all down the side in the side chat. They'll stay there as well, so pop on. But obviously all the bikers that I follow and that normally join me are all in the descriptions. If you go into any of my videos, down the bottom in the descriptions, all the bikers are in there that we follow, and there's I'd say about a good 150 in there. So you've got the American ones, the British ones in there, the Australian ones. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thanks to the guys for obviously having a great night out. Whatever you're doing this weekend, do it safely, ride safe, keep yourself looked after. And until the next time, obviously from Gareth, Simon and myself, Rev Bomb, have a good one. And thanks very much, guys. And we'll see you all again soon. Take care.
Take it easy, guys.
Right.
Cheers, guys. Rubber side down. Take care.